Hello everyone, welcome to Vigilant Driving School. Today we are going to talk about major roundabout, how we will read it and deal with this. Normally when we are approaching to the major roundabout, we see people do get panic. They are not doing what they are supposed to do. So this is what we are going to understand today, that when we are approaching the major roundabout, how we are going to look at it and how we will proceed towards it and execute it. So if we follow the standard practice and procedure, we have no problem dealing with major roundabout. We have no hesitation dealing with it. Our observation will be good. Our progress speed will be good. And we can safely, swiftly, and smoothly complete the major roundabout. So let's start. And without wasting any time, we can move to the image of it. And then I can further explain you from there. Okay, so first of all, when we are approaching the major roundabout, we will see a warning sign, the red triangle sign with the roundabout sign in it. That's a hazard or warning sign, which is normally available before we approach to the roundabout to warn us that we are approaching a roundabout. This triangle sign itself doesn't tell what type of roundabout we are approaching. And as we pass the sign, we will see this blue circle with white arrow and black and white chevrons to the left. That's a sign of major roundabout, and that sign is normally placed in the center of the roundabout and the middle of the road as well. So once we see the sign, we know that we are approaching a major roundabout. When we are approaching a major roundabout, we normally read it as a clock, as we are on a 6 o'clock, and we will read it according to 12 o'clock rule most of the time. Where there are markings and lanes painted on the road, then this 12 o'clock rule not necessarily work. We have to follow the markings. So basically, we follow the 12 o'clock rule unless the road markings suggest otherwise. So let's start how we're gonna understand it according to the 12 o'clock rule. So first of all, any exit which we are going to is on 12 or before 12. So any exit up to 12, we will keep in the left-hand lane or in the middle position if it's single lane before approaching the roundabout. And if we are not taking the first exit, we do not signal to enter the roundabout. So let's suppose in this picture, we are going straight ahead, second exit, which is 12 o'clock. So we start from the left-hand lane as shown in this picture, the green car. As we enter the roundabout, we keep the outer circle of the roundabout. We try to stay away from the right-hand side lane, even if there are no markings on the roundabout itself. So we enter the roundabout, keeping the left-hand side lane, and we do not signal until we are passing the first exit, which is one exit before the one we are taking. So before we signal, we check center mirror, left mirror, and then signal, and then we leave the roundabout. If we are leaving the roundabout and there are two lanes on the new road, we always try to aim to get into the left-hand lane, as the left-hand lane is our standard lane of driving. If we have any situation that we need to end up in the right-hand lane, then we need to move back to left-hand lane in first safe opportunity by checking our center left mirror and signaling left and moving back to left lane. The right-hand lane is for overtaking lane or for the people who are going to turn right in a while. If our exit is after 12 o'clock position, then we will start from the right-hand lane if there are two lanes before entering the roundabout, or we can keep in the middle position. But when we enter the roundabout, we keep inside the inner circle. So when we approach the roundabout for past 12 o'clock, we follow the same routine of MSPSL routine, and we have the signal on before we enter the roundabout. And when we are entering the roundabout and passing the exit, we should only count the exit when we are in front of the exit. We shouldn't count before that, otherwise we can have miscounting. So let's suppose we are taking the third exit towards right. So we will enter the roundabout, first exit, second exit, and as we are passing the second exit, we will switch signal by checking center mirror, left mirror, and then move to the left and leave the roundabout and enter into our exit. And if there are again two lanes, we go into the left-hand lane. Let's try to read. Most of these major roundabout will have information board available as well. Where the information board is not there, the examiner, your instructor, or sat nav will be giving you direction. So for example, on the test, examiner is asking you to follow the signs, and he says, okay, I would like you to go towards Newark. So if you look at this board, the green one, rectangular shape, the Newark, and count the exit, what number exit is Newark and which direction is that. So if we see the Newark is exit number 4 and the direction is right. So we follow the same routine. We enter the roundabout from the right-hand lane with signal on, keeping the inner circle, passing the first exit, second exit. As we passing the third one, we check center left mirror, signal left, and we leave the roundabout. We only give signal in the left hand lane when we approaching the roundabout if we are taking the first exit. This is a very common mistake most of the student or people make. When they are taking second exit to the left, they start giving signal before they enter the roundabout, and that can be misleading and confusing for other road users. We should always look right early when we are approaching the roundabout, because most of the roundabouts have open view junctions. So the earlier you look to the right, you can have better assessment and you can execute better. When we are entering the roundabout, there is a danger zone. So if you look at the clock, from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, it will be your danger zone. So if any vehicle or any part of the vehicle is in your danger zone, do not enter in the roundabout. It's not safe to enter. So if you are confused before you are entering the roundabout, you will see a lot of time people are confused and they are not moving, they are hesitant because they can't judge. So if you consider this danger zone from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock and then try to read it, you can have better judgment. You can always use blockers when they are available. If you remember, in our previous topic of mini roundabout, we discussed about blockers, like who are the blockers. So anyone who's blocking the traffic coming from your right is giving you the opportunity to go. So you can use your blocker wisely. Make sure when you're using your blocker or the cars coming from the right, they are in the outer circle of the roundabout and they are signaling left to leave before you, and their body language is more towards the exit before yours. So make sure they are not coming all the way around and causing the danger. And the last thing I would like to add here is, any roundabout you are approaching which has the marking directions on the floor, the ground, are called spiral roundabouts. So if you follow the markings before you enter the roundabout, you end up in your exit without any problem. So spiral round are more easy to follow because they are guiding you in your track. Okay, so this is how we deal with the major roundabout. Hope you understand it and you can practice the same way, and it will help you to achieve confidence when you are dealing with the major roundabout. If you just follow these things which I have just explained you will have no problem at all dealing with the major roundabout. Major roundabout will become a piece of cake for you. So thank you very much for staying tuned with us. Keep supporting us, like it, share it, subscribe it with your friends and family, and it's always appreciated. Thank you for staying tuned with us. See you later in the next video.